Every year, the IPL auction writes new destinies. Franchises spend crores, fueled by hope. Scouts, analysts, captains, all convinced they found the missing piece. But once the tournament begins, reality hits hard. Some names shine and others sink. And when crores are burned and matches are lost, they don't call them flops, they call them the worst buys of the season. Overhyped, overpaid, underperformed. This isn't just a list, it's a post-mortem of millions gone wrong. Let's break down the top 10 worst buys of IPL 2025. Number 10. Glenn Maxwell. FAR, 4.2 crore rupees, Punjab Kings. A man known for turning games in minutes, but in IPL 2025, he disappeared when it mattered most. Punjab Kings picked him up for 4.2 crore rupees, a calculated mid-tier buy. Not for consistency, but for impact. In 7 appearances, Maxwell scored just 48 runs, averaging a mere 8.00, with a strike rate of under 98. His best knock was 30. He failed to make any significant contributions with the bat. He was intended to fill Punjab's middle-order gap and finish the match with 6 hitting ability. Absolutely not. With only 1 innings above 15, he repeatedly failed the team. As a part-time spinner, he did pick up 4 wickets, but with an economy of 8.46, hardly a game-changer. 4.2 crore rupees for 48 runs and no match-winning moments. Maxwell didn't just underperform, he became a liability. In a season defined by narrow margins, he cost Punjab momentum, stability, and critical points. Number 9. Deepak Hooda. 1.7 crore rupees, Chennai Super Kings. Talent and potential can't be bought cheap. But even at 1.7 crore rupees, Chennai Super Kings expected better from Deepak Hooda in IPL 2025. And yet, it never came. He scored 31 runs across 5 innings, averaging just 6.2, with a strike rate of 75.61, the lowest among Chennai's top 10 batters. He bowled only 1 over and conceded 15 runs, an economy of 15. A middle-order finisher who could also bowl handy off-breaks, but he neither hit impactful shots nor delivered with the ball. Dropped after just 5 games due to poor form, showing lack of trust from the management. Chennai finished bottom of the table with only 4 wins in 14 matches. Hooda's batting slump contributed to middle-order instability. At 1.7 crore rupees, Chennai expected someone who could steady the ship or strike hard. Instead, Hooda anchored the offense. With a hole, with minimal batting and a single over gone for 15, he offered 0 value. In a squad full of veterans and match winners, Hooda was meant to be the spark. Instead, he was the spark that fizzled. Number 8. Abdul Samad. 4.2 crore rupees, Lucknow Super Giants. Abdul Samad, a dynamic feeder of fearsome 140-plus strike rates, was expected to electrify Lucknow's middle order after being brought in for 4.2 crore rupees. But did he deliver? Not quite. Samad scored 164 runs in 12 innings, averaging 20.5, with a scorching strike rate of 176.34. He smashed 8 fours and 14 sixes, a power hitter for sure, but no 50-plus score, and the bulk of runs came in just 2 or 3 explosive knocks. He was signed as a finisher, meant to turn tight chases into clinical wins, but aside from a couple of fiery flurries, he flattered to deceive. 0 consistent contributions in 10 out of 12 innings. In crunch chases, Samad couldn't take control, leaving gaps for others to fill. At 4.2 crore rupees, teams pay for impact, not occasional fireworks. Samad delivered fast, but fleeting. Powerful, yes. Productive, not enough. 164 runs at a brutal strike rate. Great for fantasy cricket, less so for match-winning consistency. Lucknow invested 4.2 crore rupees for spark, but what they got was a damp flicker. Number 7. Rahul Tripathi. 3.4 crore rupees, Chennai Super Kings. Rahul Tripathi had a reputation, a formidable top-order hitter with a career strike rate near 140. Chennai snapped him up at 3.4 crore rupees in hopes of stability and power, but in IPL 2025, it wasn't enough. Tripathi scored only 55 runs in 5 innings, averaging just 11, with a strike rate under 97. He was signed to kickstart Chennai's top order with momentum, but he didn't. Instead, he slowed them down. He opened or batted in positions 3 to 4 and failed to deliver in the power play. Chennai averaged just 45 runs for the loss of 1 wicket, among the lowest in the tournament. He was dropped after 5 games due to his poor strike rate and inconsistency. 3.4 crore rupees for a player who couldn't get going on the biggest stage. Tripathi didn't just underperform, he contributed to the choke. Number 6. Jofra Archer, 12.5 crore rupees, Rajasthan Royals. Jofra Archer returned to Rajasthan Royals in 2025 for a staggering 12.5 crore rupees, their marquee fast bowling investment. But promise didn't turn into consistency. He took 11 wickets across 12 matches, but at an expensive average of 39.18 and an economy rate of 9.47. His best analysis of 3 wickets for 25 runs showed potential, but his performances were inconsistent. He bowled the most expensive IPL spell ever, 0 wickets for 76 runs, a record no bowler wants. While he did rebound later, his brilliance was often followed by blowouts. As a death over specialist, Archer's pace was fierce but unreliable. He delivered his fastest over, 152.3 kilometers per hour, but that same pace bagged 76 runs. The Royals gambled big, but they didn't get consistency. 12.5 crore rupees for 11 wickets is risky business. Archer never lacked pace, he lacked consistency. Number 5. Rafiq Salam, 6 crore rupees, Royal Challengers Bangalore. Uncapped and full of fast bowling promise, Rafiq Salam came in with real hype, picked up by Royal Challengers Bangalore for 6 crore rupees, but hype doesn't win matches, performance does. He played only 2 matches, picking up just 1 wicket while conceding 70 runs in 6 overs, an economy rate of 11.67. Compared to other frontline pacers in IPL 2025, whose average economy was around 8 to 9, Rafiq was well above par. Royal Challengers Bangalore wanted early breakthroughs from him, especially with the new ball or at the death. But instead of wickets, he leaked runs. A single wicket at a cost of 6 crore rupees. With just 2 outings, he missed his chance to justify the investment. An economy rate of 11.67 per over put Royal Challengers on the back foot, giving opposition batters the freedom to flourish. Paying 6 crore rupees requires more than raw pace. You need output. Rafiq offered neither wickets nor control. In Royal Challengers Bangalore's fast bowling equation, he became the missing coefficient. Number 4. Ishan Kishan, 11.25 crore rupees, Sunrisers Hyderabad. An 11.25 crore rupee investment is enormous, especially for a keeper batter expected to stabilize the top order. Sunrisers Hyderabad bet big on Ishan Kishan in IPL 2025, but the returns were streaky at best. He opened 10 times, scoring a total of 354 runs, an average of 39.33 with a blistering strike rate of 152.29. His explosive highlight, 106 runs off 47 balls, one of the tournament's best knocks. But beyond that century, he managed only one other 50, scoring just 248 runs in the other 9 innings, many of them in single digits. After that 106, his strike rate dropped to only 86, far below the expected 120 plus for opening batters. Ishan Kishan is either feast or famine. That 106 was match-defining, but across the season, only one match-defining knock. Sunrisers needed firepower every game, not once in a blue moon fireworks. 11.25 crore rupees buys power, but it must be delivered consistently. Kishan gave Sunrisers one supernova, then faded into background radiation. Explosive? Yes. Effective? Not enough. Number 3. Venkatesh Iyer, 23.75 crore rupees, Kolkata Knight Riders. Kolkata Knight Riders shelled out a record 23.75 crore rupees to retain Venkatesh Iyer, a prestigious sum for a top-order all-rounder. But IPL 2025 was anything but rosy for their mega investment. He scored 142 runs in 7 innings, averaging just 20.29, with a strike rate of 139.22, only 150, 60 runs, despite high expectations. At that price tag, a strike rate north of 150 and over 300 runs seemed likely. Instead, Iyer offered sporadic bursts, a 60, surrounded by low teens and single-digit innings. Kolkata finished 8th, missing the playoffs, their first miss since becoming champions. Iyer struggled against both pace and spin, and was eventually dropped after repeated failures. 23.75 crore rupees, and still within strike range, yet lacking game-changing power. When your premium buy is left reeling, it's more than underperformance, it's a misfire. Kolkata banked on Iyer to anchor and accelerate. Instead, they got sporadic fireworks, not sustained impact. For all that money, this was one of IPL 2025's most expensive flops. Number 2. Faf du Plessis, 2 crore rupees. Delhi Capitals. Veteran elegance meets IPL pressure. That's what Delhi Capitals signed in Faf du Plessis for just 2 crore rupees. But even with experience on their side, IPL 2025 turned out underwhelming. In 9 innings, Faf scored only 202 runs, averaging 22.44, with a modest strike rate of 123.93. He hit just 2 50s, with a high score of 62, and contributed 18 fours and 8 sixes. As a top-order anchor, a 40-plus average and a strike rate of 140-plus was the benchmark. Instead, 202 runs from a key overseas buy looked pedestrian, especially when compared to teammates like Abhishek Porel and Tristan Stubbs. Delhi finished 5th, narrowly missing the playoffs. His 250s were isolated efforts, and the middle order collapsed in key games. 2 crore rupees for experience and stability. What Delhi got was convenience and calm, but little firepower. In one game, he guided them home. In others, he held them back. He delivered respectability, but not dominance. In a season where Delhi needed spark, Faf gave them structure, not surge. Not a disaster, but not the solution they hoped for. Number 1. Rishabh Pant, 27 crore rupees, Lucknow Super Giants. Rishabh Pant, IPL's most expensive player ever at 27 crore rupees, a prodigiously talented captain and batter, but IPL 2025 was far from his redemption arc. Across 10 innings, Pant managed just 128 runs at a measly average of 12.8, with a strike rate of 99.22, the lowest among regular batters this season. He had one standout performance, a 63-run knock, but otherwise had multiple single-digit scores, including a duck. At 27 crore rupees, Pant was expected to anchor and accelerate. Instead, he struggled fundamentally. 129 balls faced, but only 128 runs scored, barely a run per ball. Lucknow finished 7th despite a strong start. Pant's poor form, questionable shot selections, and pressure as captain all played a part. There was redemption, a stunning 118 not out in the final league game, pushing Lucknow past 227 runs. But it was a one-off blaze, not the sustained fire the team needed. For 27 crore rupees, you expect consistent captaincy, match wins, and game-winning knocks. Pant gave moments, like that 118, but mostly he gave emptiness. Money talks, but this season, it mostly walked. Pant was IPL 2025's biggest gamble, and when the chips were down, he played like a man searching for form. One spectacular century can't erase a season of frustration. He didn't just underdeliver, he undermined. For Lucknow, 27 crore rupees was more than expensive. It was a collapse in cash and confidence. Some were gambles, some were big names, but all 10 fell short when it mattered most. In the league where crores are spent in seconds, performance is the only currency that counts. Agree with the list? Who flopped harder? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And hey, if you loved this breakdown, hit that subscribe button for more fearless cricket analysis.